I always wondered how ponies in MLP name their children. We see many different ponies with many different names in MLP. Some that just tell us something about the pony and some that are more unique. And even some that just say what their cutie marks are, which is the main reason why I'm curious about these names. And the possible connection to the cutie marks. Examples for that are Diamond Tiara, Silver Spoon, and Cheese Sandwich. But how did they get these names? We know that they don't have their cutie marks from birth, so why do their names match them? It just seems like ponies get their purpose with their name rather than their cutie mark. At least if you look at the type of name theme, but that wouldn't make sense with what we know about cutie marks. Another type of name theme is a concept similar to last names in our world. We can see something like this with the Cake family. Mr. and Mrs. Cake are married and have the same last name, while having different first names, just like humans in our world. Even their kids, Pound Cake and Pumpkin Cake, have the same last name as their parents. With this, some people would think that that's it. They have last names, and that's a fact. I don't think so. We hear a similar thing in the episode Flutterbutter, when we meet the family of Fluttershy. Her parents are referred to as Mr. and Mrs. Shy by Rainbow Dash, so we can assume that that's their last name. And since Fluttershy also has a shy at the end of her name, it seems that it is their last name, but then Zephyr Breeze. He's the son of Mr. and Mrs. Shy and the brother of Fluttershy, but still, he doesn't have a Shy in his name. The same with Diamond Tiara's family. There are Stinkin' Witch, Filthy Witch, and his wife Spoiled Witch. But Diamond Tiara is again the odd one out. It is just confusing and inconsistent. But there are other families with other kinds of names in Equestria. A prominent family in the show is the Apple family, and despite being referred to as just that, they don't have the last name Apple, but rather a name theme where they are partially named after different kinds of apples like Granny Smith or Big Macintosh, or partially just have apple in their name like Applejack or Apple Bloom. Then there's also the relations with the Oranges and the Pear family, who both just have a name theme and no consistent last name. But the cutie marks again have the same theme as the name, which is reoccurring in the world of Equestria. Another family with a name theme is the Pie family. Pinkie Pie, her sister Maud Pie, Marble Pie and Limestone Pie, and her father Igneous Pie, all have pie as the last part of their names, but Cloudy Quartz, their mother, doesn't. There are a few explanations how that would work, but the most plausible in my opinion would be that Igneous Rock Pie and Cloudy Quartz aren't married. Just use the family name of the male pony for their children. But still, that is the only option that I could think of where it would make sense. Another option would be that the Pie family has a rock name theme, but Pinkie isn't really a rock and Maud isn't one either, so that wouldn't fully work either. So the themes are never consistent. One of my theories is that some pony families have traditions where they give a name that fits the theme of their family, which seems to fit with the Apple family, with the Apple theme, as well as the Pear and Orange families. The tradition of the Shy family could be that the female children get the name Shy as their last name, and the males get something else. That would imply that Mrs. Shy brought the name into the family, and Mr. Shy got it through the marriage, and wasn't a Shy before. This would explain a part of the name issue in MLP, but it doesn't work for every pony family. In the Apple family, neither the males nor the females have any kind of connection like you can see with the Shies. Apple Bloom and Applejack both have apple in their name, but Granny Smith doesn't, so not every female has apple in their name. So the apples can only be explained through a tradition to name every pony apple themed, in some way, and not male and female ponies in certain ways. There are other name themes as well that don't even have to be in one family alone. For example, there are ponies named after celestial bodies, with Celestia, Star Swirl and Luna, as well as Twilight Sparkle, Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer, who all have similar names, but for them you have to say They are all very similar in general. They are all very proficient in magic, and their names have similar patterns. That's the point where I could theorize that they are all related in some way, which wouldn't even seem that far-fetched with their similarities, but that's something for another time. But all these things still don't explain the connection between the cutie marks and the last names of the ponies. Some literally have their name as their cutie mark, or at least part of their name in their mark, like Fluttershy with the fluttering butterflies. And some have no obvious connection at all, like Pinkie Pie with her balloons. Her mark still represents her personality, but not her name. Of course, not every name has any kind of connection that I mentioned before. For example, Rarity, who has a rather normal name for a pony at least. I myself can only theorize how all of this connects. The names and the cutie marks. I have a few other theories about that, but I want to hear your thoughts. How do last names work in MLP? Do names and cutie marks have a connection? If yes, how are they connected? Are Twilight, Sunset, and Starlight related? Let me know, and until next time, fellow bronies, brony fellas, and bye.